Well guys, he screwed up. Alright guys, so the whole swamp is actually frozen over, but the ice is like frozen to the ground as well. So it's a little bit slick today. It's a little bit hard to get through. Even my Wrangler had a few issues getting through it. So Austin's gonna go ahead and try to do the whole thing the way we usually do it and just see how he makes it. Worst case, I'll winch him out with my winch, and he has a winch, so not that big of a deal. Alright guys, so Austin is stuck for sure. So we're gonna go ahead, break out the old worn winch and try to pull him out of here. It's really thick ice though, so I'm not really sure how this is gonna work because it's also gonna pull my Jeep towards him. So we'll see how that goes. Alright guys, so we got the winch ran out of my Jeep. Back tires are stuck in a rut, so I can't really get pulled too far forward. Now we gotta hook it up to Austin's Jeep over there, which is crazy sucks. So hopefully I don't slide too far forward and we get pulled out. I also had to come in this awkward position to winch, but we'll figure it out from there. It looks like he just popped his bead of his tire. Well guys, he screwed up. He really popped. Damn, that thing is awful. He either destroyed the tire or just popped it off the bead. I kind of feel like popped off the bead, but we won't really know until we get it out because it's a 37 under like 30 inches of ice. So
I took the jack out.
We're gonna pull you backwards, I guess.
No way you're gonna get that done. It's your best bet, but it's literally the deepest point.
You're just gonna have to limp it.
I'd rather pull you through the mud than through the ice, though.
Like,
yeah,
mud's not an issue.
You might have to put your Jeep behind the tree over there.
Probably do that.
Let's do that.
It's like you said, you're hitting a brick wall of ice here. Like, there's no way you're gripping anything. It's not gonna. There's nothing's gonna want to pull it on top of the ice. It's gonna pull it through it.
We can literally stand on the ice in front of Austin's car that we're trying to pull him on. Alright, so got the winch going backwards. He's actually moving now, so that's a better sign than we had earlier. I'm also sort of moving, but he's moving more than us, so we're doing good. Back a little bit more now just to get them straightened out so we can get them out of the woods on that tire that looks like you just popped the bead, so it shouldn't be too terrible. Alright guys, so we got the high lift jack to hopefully pop up the side of the axle. These things are kind of sketchy in general, let alone in the snow and ice. So we're going to try to pop this side up, pop out his tire. Honestly, as of right now, it looks like it might just be popped off the bead. I don't know if the tire is still good or damaged or anyway, but this ice is thick, like insanely thick. I mean, you can see different pieces of it here. It's a couple inches thick, especially for where we're at. So it's kind of not surprising that it popped off now that I think about it, especially because we were winching him forward, so there's a ton of pressure on there already. Plus him spinning the tires, it was just kind of bound to happen. So we're gonna go ahead, try to jack this up, put the spare on, and get him out of the woods.
Here, use one of these.
So Jeep's up in the air, just got to pop this tire off, and we got the spare down, so we'll go ahead and put the spare on. We don't really know how good the spare is because we've never used it.
I've used it one time, but I haven't driven on the street yet.
Well, he's got to drive on the street to get home, so I guess we'll test that today.
That goes, I don't have another one, so.
Alright, so hopefully this spare works. We've come to the conclusion of. Gonna go ahead, pop off this tire, throw the other one on there, and just get this thing out of the woods. And hopefully go to the car wash, clean everything up. Honestly, I think the tire's still good though, because I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like it tore or ripped or anything. Yeah, so we'll have to spray this off and see if the tire's still good. If it is, we just pop it back onto this wheel. It's not a huge deal or anything.
I'll get sound of it.
Alright guys, so we went ahead, took the tire off. Doesn't look too bad. I think the bead just popped, I'm not sure. We gotta obviously rinse it off, take all the mud and stuff off, but it's full of water. don't know how well the camera picked that up, but this thing is full of water, so it probably weighs a ton. Now that we got that off, we're gonna go ahead, roll the spare over here, put the spare on, and hopefully limp this thing out of the woods and get it somewhere to get this tire replaced or fixed. You're definitely gonna need bead locks.
I'm aware.
So we're gonna need bead locks for this thing, obviously. But, you know, we probably should have thought that through once we sent him through ice that was 5 inches thick. We got the tire put back on, lower the Jeep down now, and we'll limp this thing out of the woods, and hopefully we make it back to Austin's house so that way we don't have to do this again on the side of the road.
I got a trailer, but
We don't have a trailer here is the issue. And we'd have to go pick up your truck.
yeah, the truck. I got other shit to do. Fuck.
So we're gonna drop this down, limp it out. We gotta back my Jeep out of here somehow. Get it turned around and get it out of here. Then we'll get this thing out. Now I have to back my Wrangler out of the woods through all these hills, get it turned around and go through that deep ditch right there, get it up over there. So we can finally move this YJ again and hopefully get it out of the woods without any more issues. Through there. I'll just keep sliding down. Got my Jeep out, literally slipped down in that hole up there and lifted the whole back tire up off the ground. I don't know how well it showed up on video, but that was kind of sketchy. It wasn't really too close to tipping though, because we've been close in that Jeep and that wasn't too bad actually. Like feeling wise inside, it wasn't at too crazy of an angle. Now we got to go ahead and get the YJ out of here. Hopefully this tire stays on the bead because we don't have a ton of air in this thing if we have no compressor back here. So we got to get out of the woods like this and then throw some air in it. Looks like we're good now. This is where my tire came up, like right here, because you can't really tell on camera, but this is really deep, and the front dropped down there, rocked the whole car sideways like that, and I wasn't climbing up that in the snow and ice, so backed it up and went through the mud, got it up there. So let's head out of the woods now.